Hello everybody, Bob here for some more stuff, and today it's going to be the shortest PEGCAST you've ever friggin' seen. I gotta go to the DMV today to get my driver's license renewed. Today's like the only day I can do it because I'm super busy. Most of the day is left before it expires. So I just, I left the house, I'm ready, I got everything, whatever. And then I realized I forgot something. So I'm back. I actually forgot to get the peppermint oil. I have like a peppermint oil spray to help deal with bugs. And I was gonna spray it around my room and then also spray it in my car because the last PEGCAST was frightening. But I forgot to do it. So I'm gonna do that right now. Got the bottle. Okay. Is it on the wrong setting? I put it on stream instead of spray. Milo, if you'd please get out of here, it'd be nice. I don't want you to get all peppermint oiled. I'm going around hitting different places. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty decent. And then back there, and that's fine, right? Like I've done enough. So now I'm gonna take this out to my car. Take it out to my car and do the same. Come on, Mai. I wonder if he thinks I'm going outside. Poor little cat. You hear the washing machine? It's going hamburgers because Steve is washing his shoes. He's washing his shoes in the washing machine. I'm supposed to take them outside when I'm done. Or when I'm back from the DMV. Cool, so I'm gonna lock this door. Make sure it's actually locked. That's locked. And now I'm going. I just got a text from my mom that says don't wait too late to go to the DMV because it gets more crowded as the day goes on. And this is true. That's why I'm going now. I was gonna go before lunch, but I actually waited until after I'd eaten. And the reason why is I wanted to eat at a pretty reasonable time so that I could try out these probiotic gummies that I'm trying out. Because I just realized that I'm supposed to take 2 a day. 2 sets of 2 a day. So I take 2 in the morning, 2 in the lunch and 2 in the dinner is what I'm doing. And I've only done it once so far. Okay. I'm at my car. And before I get in, it is spraying time. Oh, I didn't unlock the back. Alrighty. Get down there. Get down there. And that should be good. I'll do one more spritz down here. Cool. That should be A-okay. So penguins, God willing, and the creek don't rise, this should at least temporarily fix my spider problems. Dang, it's hot. Oh my gosh. So now I'm off to the DMV. Hey, my Bluetooth turned off. My Bluetooth turned off. So it began to, it stopped the recording is what I'm trying to say. Where am I going? Okay. Going to this road up here. Hooray! Okay, so I'm off. We had this problem where there was some mud caked onto the inside of the washing machine. Because, you know, as far as I know, unless I bring up a problem, my mom and Steve just literally never fix any of the appliances in their home. I am joking, but it sometimes feels that way. Dang, it's hot. Yeah. So, I was like, hey, there's mud in here, and my clothes are becoming muddy. So, it really didn't happen to that many articles of clothing, just like all my favorite shirts. And that's unfortunate, you know? So I'm trying to make sure the AC is blowing at me, because I moved it while on this road trip for the first time in forever. So, I had to turn it up a little. Yeah, okay, so what? Yeah, there was mud on the inside of our washing machine, like, caked on. And we cleaned it off, but my clothes had become stained with mud. And my mom was like, hey, I know that's really annoying, and you already cleaned them before you told us about the mud, and then they became stained again. Because I, like, didn't check, right? I didn't check, I just threw my clothes in, because we had talked about the mud before. So I was like, whatever. And then my clothes, they're muddy now. And it's, like, really in there because of, it's, like, stained because we put it in the dryer. And we didn't notice. So my mom was like, hey, I'll wash them, because that's really annoying. And I was like, thank you so much. But then she didn't wash them, and she left and went out of town. And then I was super busy. So I've just had, like, a pile of a bunch of white shirts sitting on my bed dirty forever. And I came back yesterday from Irvine, and I got back to my room, and what do I find? But all that like big pile of white shirts now is not a pile of white shirts, but rather is a stack of folded white shirts. And I think, no way, did she clean them? And it seems as though she did. At least the shirt I'm wearing right now is clean. That's pretty awesome. So I'm excited about that. It says I'm 2 minutes away from the DMV. I don't know where it is, but my mom said that this is a good one to go to when I asked her if I should go to the one here. I was like, which one should I go to? And she was like, oh, just go to the one that's, like, near this place. And I was like, is it this one? She was like, yes. So now I'm going. So hopefully the second half of this PEGCAST will not just be DMV horror stories, although it is entirely possible. I've been watching legendary samurai Yaiba, which is like a currently airing anime, although it's from last season. It's just like a long one. It's just like this anime. It's a super cute shonen about this like kid who, well, actually, I don't know. He's just like, he's a samurai, you know? He like fights with a wooden sword and he's super cool and stuff. And he's just like a little kid, and he zips around and he's so cool and he's fast and he's super cute. And his best friend is like this little high school girl, and she is treated like a high school girl, you know? So she's just like, you know, a child, and she's like, oh wait, this is the DMV. I've parked here before. Well, at least I've been here before. Wow. They were like, what if we made a parking lot with absolutely no shade? This might be where I did my driving test. I don't think it is, actually. But it could be. Dang, I should have got like a windshield shade. Well, there's a tree over there. Maybe I'll check to see if there are any parking spots near the tree. There's only one tree. There probably aren't, but, you know, it can't hurt to look. I don't think there are. No, there are not. Okay, so I guess I'll just park here. Anyways, the point is, Yaiba's super cute. I highly recommend it. It's super fun. It's super funny. They treat the high school girl like a high school girl, which is really refreshing, unfortunately. Like, it's unfortunate that it's refreshing. All the characters are super cute. It's super funny. It's wonderful. It's bouncy. It's colorful. It's extremely well animated. I think it's a remake of like an old shonen. But it's fantastic. So, I'm gonna go to the DMV now, because I'm here. So, I guess I will talk to you when I get back. So goodbye for now. Hey guys, I am not done. I came back to my car because I was bored. I didn't bring headphones or anything, and it's not going to be my turn for a while in there. So, yeah, I went up and they were like, or I was like, hey, I have to renew my driver's license. And they were like, okay. They didn't let you do it online? And I was like, no, it said to come in. I don't know if that's because, like, I was, like, I had a vertical ID, like I was underage or whatever. They're like, okay, well, they'll tell you whatever is happening at the window. Then they handed me my thing, and I'm G227. And they're like G80. Or, sorry, G180. And they're counting other letters, too. So, I decided to come in here for a little bit, just kind of give you guys some background info on what's up. And, I don't know, just chill out for a little while. I've recently been watching the Wolfie VGC video about, it's like how I won a tournament with the hardest strategy or something. And it's like his Parish Trap win. It's just so awesome. It's so awesome. This is such a good video. Like, it's crazy. I don't know if it'll be good to all you guys, because it's very in the weeds of competitive Pokemon. So once you actually get to the battles, I'm not sure if it's going to be like too difficult to follow. It might be a little too like focused on actually Pokemon battles and stuff, and not enough focused on well, not enough focused on, but too focused on Pokemon battles and, like, as such a little difficult to follow. But yeah. So, I don't know, man. I'm just so bored. I think that video was really good. I've been watching Yaiba. I'm watching My Dress Up Darling. My Dress Up Darling Season 2 is actually really freaking good. So far. As of how far I've watched it, you know? It's so good. Like, shockingly good. It's been super fun. Like, it's a little much because, like, it is technically an ecchi. But I saw this video that was like, why girls like My Dress Up Darling. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'm valid for feeling this way when I normally am not an ecchi fan. But it's just like such a well done show. It has such heart. It's animated so well. It's got like really fun characters. It's got really fun relationships between the fun characters. Like, they do tropey jokes, but they don't like overplay them too much like how a lot of anime does. It's been just like insanely good. It's just so well executed. That I'm enjoying a genre that, well, you know what? It is pretty slice of life, so I won't say I'm enjoying a genre that I normally don't. That would be kind of bad faith. It wouldn't really be true. But I have been enjoying it quite a bit. And then there's To Be Hero X. Y'all, I've not been enjoying To Be Hero X. To Be Hero X has been dookie dog butt, to be honest. Like, they're trying to do a cool thing where they, like, show a bunch of different setups. And, like, they're all going to converge at the very end. But they've been doing it for so long. And half the setups are just, like, weird and not that interesting. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's gotten a little muddy. And then, like, the most recent thing I watched, I think there's another episode that I haven't seen yet, but the most recent, like, arc that I've been watching is there's this girl, and she wants to be a superhero with, like, a mech suit, because she's really smart and she can build one. And she has a friend named Nono. And she meets, sorry about the squeaking, I picked up my rubber ducky. She has a friend named Nono, and Nono is, like, being stalked by a creepy man. So she saves Nono from the creepy man, basically, and, like, proves herself as, like, a hero. But then, like, after that, it switches perspectives, or so you think, until you find out that you're now watching it from the creepy man's perspective, and the creepy man actually isn't a creepy man. He's, like, the girl's dad. And basically the way that this show works is, like, public belief gives you superpowers, essentially. So, like what the public believes about you will become true. So everyone believes that this guy is, like, he is silent. And he, like, never talks. And what that means is he is unable to talk. And he likes being silent. He doesn't like people. So he marries this woman who also doesn't talk. And they only ever text each other. And they never look at each other, and they never do anything. They're just, like, so silent, and they don't care about anything. But apparently they love each other. They get married. And he, like, confesses over text, basically. Or not confesses, but proposes. Like, it's miserable. Like, I don't understand. But then they have a kid. And the second that they have a kid, the wife is like, now I want to have a family, and you have to be a good father, and you have to, you have to change yourself to become good for our kid, because we have to raise them. And it's like, okay, everything she's doing makes sense. But the guy is, like, heartbroken. So he leaves, I think. Or maybe she leaves. And then he just, like, he's like, no, the woman I loved is gone because she wants to, like, be a good mother and wants me to be a good father for our kid. But I don't wanna, because I don't like talking to people. And so he disappears. But then, you know, he really wants to be there for his kid. But he can't speak. So the only way that he can communicate to her or the only way he can really, like, get close to her is by, like, learning about her by stalking her. And so he's just, like, a super creepo. And then it turns out he's a superhero, and they find him, and he's like right behind them on this like big trip, behind Nono and the girl superhero. And they're like, oh my god, we found you. And then they're like, what? You're this superhero? And then they're like, why did you stalk Nono? That's so weird. Not addressing that he's fully like 50 and she's like 16. And so, you know, they're like, this is so gross. Like, you're a hero. And then, so the dad of the superhero girl. So there's like the superhero girl's dad is a professor or a doc, like a scientist, and he works at the lab with Nono, right? So the dad of the superhero girl, who is the friend of Nono, the dad is like, hey, let me pull you aside. And then he starts talking to the guy, and he's like, do you love Nono? And he can't like speak, so he can't be like, this isn't what's happening. So he doesn't like say anything really, but he looks at her longingly because it's his kid. And then he's like, okay, no more stalking, but I'll set you up to ask her out. And it's like, what? Like, first of all, the age gap. Second of all, like, he's been stalking her. Like, he's a creep, and you're just gonna set her up? You're also like 65 years old, and you're setting up like another 50, 60-year-old man with a 16-year-old? Like, what is this? Like, what? Maybe she's like 20. But regardless, it's really weird, man. It's just super weird. Also, he's been texting his whole life. Why can't he just write a message to them? Why can't he just write what he's thinking? So that was really weird, and it put me off. But, you know, I think I'm going to try to finish the show because Kai is watching it as well. And, like, Kai has been enjoying it a lot more than I have. And also the trailer is really cool. It introduced this, like, super cool superhero. I watched it, like, 2 years ago before the show came out. Or actually, it's not 2 years yet, I don't think. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I watched it forever ago. And then I waited for the show to come out. The show comes out. This guy isn't in the show from the trailer. He appeared for, like, 3 seconds of one episode. And it's clear he's going to be important later. But, like, can I just watch the cool guy do the cool things like he did in the trailer? And where's the cute doggy? Like, these are the things that I started watching the show for, but instead I'm watching like this weird dad chasing after his own daughter thing, and then she found like something, like a note or something, I don't remember, but it like, I think it revealed to her that like he is her dad. So then next episode I assume she's gonna be like, oh my god, you're my dad, I love you, and like that's super weird. And then also there's a good possibility that instead of that happening, they'll just like move on and pick a new superhero to start talking about. So I don't know, man. But I'm gonna go back inside and see if it's almost my turn. So I'll see you later. Bye bye. I opened the window or the door of my car, and it said out loud, now serving G202 and I'm freaking G227. So it's not moving very quickly. I'm back. So yeah, To Be Hero X is really weird, but I guess I'll talk about Yaiba now because I like that show way more. So Yaiba, basically, he's just like this cutie little kid, and he lives in the woods with his weird samurai dad. And his samurai dad is like, he calls to mind Goku, one might say. He's just like kind of reckless, like giggles all the time, but he's like super, super talented. He's very strong. And they like train in the woods together for fun and like hang out. And then he's like, okay, I'm going to go drop you off at my friend's house. And he goes and meets up and drops him off at the friend's house, blah, blah, blah. He meets this girl, who is, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting her name right now because I've been talking about Nono. Yaiba and whatever, I can't remember her name, but she's super awesome. I love her so much. She's so freaking cute. And so Yaiba, like, he's just like a silly little kid samurai, and he runs around and wants to fight everybody. And there's this other guy at school, Onimaru, who's like gonna win the friggin', he's like training to be the best in the prefecture, you know? He's like trying to win nationals for kendo or whatever it is, Japanese friggin' bamboo sword fighting. But they fight, and then you know, Onimaru loses because Yaiba, like, kind of hits him with a cheap trick. And then Onimaru is like, God, I'm so angry. And then he, like, knocks over something, finds, like, a secret thing under his house, and finds that there's, like, a legendary evil sword that turns him into a demon. And it's, like, it's the Fujinken, which is for the wind god, and then there's also the Raijinken, which is for the thunder god. And so Yaiba goes to find the thunder god sword. He finds it from this, like, super old, like, historical samurai who apparently has been living for 400 years. So now he's, like, a tiny old man, and he's so funny. And they just, like, kind of go on an adventure. It's Yaiba, the little girl, and the old man. And then they get attacked by Onimaru's little demons. And these demons are all, like, animal themed. So first they have to deal with Mr. Frog and Mr. Snake. And Mr. Snake they defeat, but Mr. Frog, it turns out he's actually just, like, a sweet, kind-natured guy. So they join up with Mr. Frog. He, like, comes with them. And they defeat a bunch of other funny little animal guys. Like, they defeat Mr. Starfish, Mr. Sea Cucumber. And then the strongest one that they find is Mr. Bat, which is pretty awesome. And he's so cool. He's, like, a super fast, super strong vampire guy, and he flies. He's, like, the coolest friggin' guy ever. And it just, like, the animation is so good. Like, everything looks beautiful. The motion is so fast and fluid and snappy, and it's so cool. Like, it's actually such a beautiful and awesome looking show. So it's, like, super fun. And there's also Mr. Spider, and Mr. Spider is, like, a funny guy because he's, like, the smart one. He types on a laptop, but he's, like, really weak, or at least that's my understanding of him. But yeah, so it just, like, you know, hijinks ensue. At one point they're like, wait, Yaiba, do you see that? And they're like, what? And then they look over to the side, and there's, like, a little festival, and they're selling, like, Onimaru shaped food. And they're like, no, Onimaru is trying to, like, gain favor in the court of public opinion by making himself a marketable mascot in food, basically. It's, like, so cute and funny. Like, it's just such a wonderful little anime, a wonderful little TV show. Yeah, so I'm a very big fan. Well, I'm getting anxious about missing my number, so I'm gonna go back in even if it's, like, not very close. So bye-bye for now. Girl, it said 206. And now it's F250. It's taking so long. I guess I'm gonna watch YouTube. I don't know what. Oh. Hey, 207. Let's go. 207. Oh, God. Dude, the Wolfie video is, like, 800 times better than I thought it was when I last said it. I had, like, 10 minutes left. The last 10 minutes are freaking the best YouTube I've ever watched in my life. That went about as well as I could have. I think I just went in and out of literally the best trip to the DMV almost anyone has ever had. Like, I went in, I was like, kind of anxious. Where do I go? Well, there's only one line for people who do not have an appointment. So I might as well go and sit in that line. And stand in that line, I guess I should say. So I went and I stood in that line, right? I went and stood in that line, and I just waited and went up to the front, showed the lady my little number that I had, and she was like, man, that's weird. I don't know why you couldn't do it online, but I guess they'll tell you at the window, haha. What is this? Oh, I see. That's my registration. Cool. yeah, so I went in the line. I go up. The lady's like, why couldn't you do it online? I'm like, dude, I don't freaking know. They just told me that I had to go to the friggin' DMV. She was like, that's weird. They'll tell you at the window. So then I went out, and you know, you guys know about this because it's in PEGCAST. It's seconds ago for you. I just went and I went outside and I talked to y'all for a bit. And then I just like watched a little bit of YouTube. I finished the Wolfie VGC video that I was watching. Okay, I'm supposed to go left here and then out the other way. Yeah, I watched the Wolfie VGC video that I was in the middle of. Well, not in the middle of, near the end of. And the ending of that video was so insane. I mean, the fact that I just actually can't. Like, if you like Pokemon at all, go watch it now, immediately. It's the friggin' best video I've ever seen, and it sets up really well for the next video that he made. Like, so I'm super excited to watch the next one now, because friggin' the first one was so good, and it got me all excited. It got me all hyped up. Like this is insane. This is crazy, crazy TV. And what makes it cooler is it's like telling the story of a tournament that really happened, you know? Like, it's a true story. So all the crazy twists and turns are real. Like, they're not written. They're not scripted. Like, this really happened, you know? So, it's just, like, insanely cool. It's just crazy, crazy cool. So, yeah, that was such an awesome one. So I go into the DMV again, and they're, like, 2 numbers off of me. So I sit down for, like, maybe a minute or two, and then they tell me to go up. I go up. I tell the guy what I'm there for. He's like, okay, it's weird that they didn't let you do it online. It says they're eligible, but the website sucks, so, like, sorry about that. And I was like, haha, sorry. And he was like, no, I mean, like, it's just unfortunate for you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. This guy is not, like, grumpy or anything. Like, I don't have to be tiptoeing anymore. He's just, like, a chill fella. He's just, like, hanging out with me. So he's like, it'll be $45 to renew, which I already knew. So I'm like, alrighty. And then he was like, okay, now all you have left is to go get your picture taken in the camera room over there. And I turn around and I'm like, oh yeah, I see it, okay. And he's like, yep, have a good day. And I was like, have a good one, bye. And then I walked over to the camera room. There were like 2 people in front of me that were going to take a picture. And I waited for like maybe 2 minutes again in that picture line, but I was kept entertained by a woman working there who, she was just like the person who has to like walk around and make sure that people aren't cheating on the written driver's test. So she's just walking back and forth, but she has like so many little trinkets on her person. And she's not like a 20-something. She's like a 40-something. And she has like a little Calico Critter Sylvanian Family's bunny rabbit on her. And she has a little cinema roll. And I was like, wow, this is freaking awesome. And by the time I was done thinking about how that's freaking awesome and wondering if I should be like, I like your little guys, it was my turn. And then I walked up to the front. I also did not tell her. I'm not the type to talk to everybody. I don't, you know, sometimes I have the urge and I tell Cammie I have to suppress my whiteness. I can feel the white beast coming out to play. And I have to stop the white beast from saying hi and telling my story to everyone I meet. So I just went up and then I took my picture. I had to sign. I think my signature came out pretty okay. And I took a picture, and I don't think it's going to be the best picture of me, but it certainly won't be as bad as the last one I took. I'll tell you that much. Unless my bags are really prominent in the picture. I have pretty bad eye bags right now because I didn't sleep that much. But you know what? Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. So, yeah, and now I'm, like, almost freaking home. And when I get home, what am I going to do? Take Steve's shoes out of the washing machine. And what else am I going to do? Probably, like, eat a popsicle or something. You guys, I've found out that, like, popsicles and juice, like, fill the same niche for me. Sometimes I just want a delicious cold. It's like a delicious cold fruity is really what I mean. And, like, sometimes juice will hit the spot more than, like, other things would, you know? That's what I've discovered, is that juice is really freaking awesome. And I've always known this. I was a big juice drinker as a kid. I drank so much apple juice that I got cavities, and my doctor said no more apple juice. Or my dentist. And then I didn't get more cavities. So, he was right. But that's the story. So I've always known that I like juice, but this isn't a new revelation. I know I've been saying, like, I've found out recently that juice is really awesome. I haven't found this out recently. I actually am always on the juice is awesome grind. I'm always telling everybody, guys, juice is so awesome. You know when you get a peach, orange, mango juice? Dude. Or when you get like a fresh squeezed orange juice? Dude. You know? When you get a juice that says 100% juice? Dude! When it's not from concentrate? I don't think I'm that close to the curb, to be honest. So maybe I will fix that. There we go. That should be better. Awesome. Well, everybody, comment below, what is your favorite water type Pokemon? Everybody, comment below, what is your favorite water type Pokemon? For instance, I would have to comment below, DMVpeg, I don't know what my favorite water type Pokemon is. There are a lot of really good ones. Especially through watching Wolfie, but also just like as time goes by, I find myself liking Politoed more and more. But also, I love Duat. Oh my gosh, what a difficult question. And I like Totodile and Croconaw, but no, I like Duat more than both of them. Do I like Politoed the most? I would give it some time, but I think after a while I would probably say, DMVpeg, my favorite water type Pokemon is Politoed. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. Thank you so much for accompanying me to the DMV. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that great stuff, and yes, goodbye.